Welcome back, everybody, to On the Money Football, where we discuss everything football. Last night in the Premier League, we had Fulham hosting Burnley, where Burnley won 2-0 and Chris Wood scored his 50th goal. Unfortunately, Fulham now are relegated from the Premier League, go back down to the Championship, and hopefully we see them come back in the season to come, 2022-2023. Moving on to our games later today, we have for our first game is Manchester United versus Leicester. So tonight's game, Manchester United take on Leicester City at Old Trafford. In the games on the past weekend, Man United came back from a goal down to win 3-1 at Aston Villa. It was a very high-octane game with both teams going forward, both on the high press, and Manchester United came out winning them with the 3 points, all but to secure their Champions League spots for next season. Leicester had a little bit less fortune over the weekend, losing 4-2 to Newcastle. They were actually 4 goals down at one stage, and they managed to claw back 2 goals at the end of the game. Not taking anything away from Newcastle, but that was a fantastic performance from Newcastle. Callum Wilson getting a brace there, but in the end, it just seemed like Newcastle wanted the points more than Leicester. So tonight for Leicester, it's going to be a very tough one to go to Old Trafford and try to get points out of this game. The thing is, though, they have been scoring goals. They are a high-scoring goal team. Only problem being plugging the holes back at the defence. Even though they have Kasper Schmeichel in goal, they just seem to be conceding goals left, right and centre. So tonight, most likely, Man United will probably definitely score a goal. I think Leicester will obviously score a goal as well. It remains to be known should Man United go on to win the game. They've got Liverpool on Thursday, and then I think they have another game over the weekend as well. So they're playing quite a few games in a short space of time. I honestly don't, in my own personal opinion, I don't think they'll be able to take the win today. My prediction for the game will be Man United Leicester 1-1. But having said that, my prediction would be a 1-1, both teams to score. I think that would be the most value that you'd get out of this game, but both teams will definitely get on the score sheets. Anything else is completely up to you guys, however you want to go and punt and take your predictions for the game. So for me, that's Man United Leicester 1-1. Let's see how that game goes. And in our second game for the evening, we have Southampton taking on Crystal Palace at St Mary's. So in tonight's game, having Southampton against Crystal Palace, or Southampton hosting Crystal Palace, their Southampton status is nearly assured in spite of a collapse of form in 2021. A year that has seen them just claim just 11 points after taking 26 points from their first 16 Premier League fixtures. Unsurprisingly, no Premier League side has accumulated fewer points or conceded more goals this year. So they're winning too well there. Palace head into the final Premier League games of the campaign without relegation fears. Strangely, the Eagles have finished within 3 points of their current points total in 6 of 7 seasons since promotion in 2012-2013. Winners last time out, Palace have only won consecutive Premier League games twice this season, and just 3 clubs have amassed fewer points from their last 8 league matches. So they ran out winners the other day 2-0 away from home. So their work's cut out for them today if they really want to get the win here. I'm not too sure if they will get a win. They've got a massive injury list. They've got Nathan Ferguson with a thigh injury, James McArthur with a calf injury, Mamadou Sakho with a thigh injury, and Connor Wickham with a muscle injury. 3 of those being defenders. Questionable Tompkins also not looking too good. Southampton, on the other hand, don't really have as many. They've only got 2 injuries. Players to watch from Southampton's point of view, Stuart Armstrong has scored all his Premier League goals, there have been 4 this season at St Mary's. Meanwhile, for Crystal Palace, Christian Benteke's 7 Premier League goals have come on the road, and that's a Palace half for them. Southampton, for me, they look to be most likely be the winners in this game. I'm going for a 2-1 result to Southampton. Even though Southampton are sitting a lot lower down in the log than Crystal Palace, their home record have posted 6 wins with 3 draws and 7 losses, scoring 22 and conceding 21. It's not a terrible stat for them. Whereas Crystal Palace have won 6, drawn 3 and lost 8, scoring 20, conceding 29. So for me, I think conceding those extra few goals will be the difference between the two teams. I think Southampton. I think both teams will score in this game. I think, let's be honest. They scored, I think, in like the 4th minute on the weekend. So I don't know. For me, it just seems like Southampton will probably be the stronger team. Having watched Southampton versus Liverpool over the weekend, they did relatively well. They pressed all the way to the end. They had chances towards the end of the game, but Liverpool's keeper Alisson being on hand to stop those. They were never short of courage going forward. So I honestly think that they will outscore their opponents today. They're a really, really good team going forward. On the other hand, with Crystal Palace, they played relegation, or already relegated Sheffield United over the weekend, winning 2-0. Sheffield didn't really pose much of a threat going forward. I think Crystal Palace kind of controlled the game for most of the game. But today they're going to bring it up against a much stronger opponent. On their day, they can beat anyone. They've been involved in a lot of high-scoring games this season. Although they haven't had the best of seasons this season, they're still a very good team. They've got very good players. And for me, today's game is probably going to end up 2-1 to Southampton. Most likely both teams will score. So it's completely up to you guys. I'd go for both teams to score. For me, that's the most value in this game. Although Southampton are a strong team, they are in no means strong at the back in defence. So I think they will leak a goal, but not more than that. So for me, 2-1 to Southampton. You can either go Southampton with the win, both teams to score over 2.5. But for me, like I said, the most value in this game would be both teams to score. Thank you everybody for watching today. I'd like to thank you from myself and from the team at On The Money Football. Please don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for all the notifications. We are still a fairly new channel, and I'd just like to ask you guys to bear with me. This is very new to me, being behind the camera. It's one thing to talk to your friends about football, it's another thing to actually record yourself doing it. So please just bear with me. Things will get better, videos will get better, there'll be more content. I won't be so nervous behind the camera, I won't be stumbling over words. So if you guys can just bear with me, promise to give you guys all the best information, all the best content right as it comes out. For the new season later on in the year, we'll be starting a fantasy football team as well, so we'll be doing videos on that, which players to buy, which players to sell, and just to compare your guys' teams with my team, and we'll just see from there. In the future, I'd like to start up a On The Money fantasy football league, and we will have sponsored prizes there for the top 5 or top 3 finishes in that. And yes, guys, so thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.